Quite frankly, for those who have used the term woke and weaponize that to cancel, get rid of those who believe in science and 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 traditional values, it is quite it, it's wrong. It is very wrong, and I think it's very weak. If you can't sit and have an argument and understand that you are living in denial and respect someone else's opinion and how they live and how they see the rest of the world, is very weak and lack of knowledge and courage to not accepting someone else's opinion or the values. However, respect them. Using being woke to cancel others because of their first of them exercising their First Amendment right is wrong. Is simply ridiculous. It shows lack of character, lack of knowledge, lack of courage to have conversation and have difficult, uneasy conversation. Um, Again, the term woke isn't a bad uh, way of doing things. If being aware and in every level, your government, social issues, geopolitical issues, how your local government gonna operate, being woke also can be dangerous. I think it's extremely important to be woke. If you ask me, being woke is being aware, the environment in which you live, the holding your government accountable, holding politicians accountable, involved in your community you live in, and be a servant to those who needs your service. Um, Being aware geopolitically what is going on, always doing research on science, and how your government is governing in local level and in federal level as well. It's Being woke is extremely important because it keeps you on your toes, constantly doing research, seeking voraciously information that you need to become better as a human being, as much as being a servant to those who really in need of your service. And it can be dangerous if it's being weaponized, as we have seen in the past years how that has been used by other communities to further their narrative, their agenda, their indoctrination in school, in the places we work, and even in what we watch in TV, especially for kids who have spent a lot of time watching TVs. And I've noticed that as well in cartoons. I do have a 2-year-old, soon to be 3, and I monitor everything she watches. I monitor. I'm very conscious of when we go to a toy store, what we purchase for her, because it's being done very subtle, and it's the agenda, the indoctrination has been really used in ways that if you do not pay attention, it'll slip right into your arm, and when you realize it, it could be very well too late. And using being woke to cancel people for using the First Amendment right, and have an opinion, express the creative view, and simply being creative in many ways. I believe it's quite frankly it's sad, and needs to be contained, because we cannot have people using something that should be used in terms of for goodness, and use it as a way to get rid of people who do not think the same way, who disagree, people who believes in science, people who believes in normalcy, people who believes in how the world was created to move. You can't use being woke to cancel someone because they believe that a family contains mom, dad, and mom is biologically a woman, a female, and papa is a male, a male, biologically a male. That is that's what majority of people believes in. That's what science has proven, and we lived in a world the longest. It's always been that way. So if someone has that view, they shouldn't be cancelled, destroy, or use the term woke to weaponize the term woke to penalize them simply for belief in a normalcy, in values that they believe in. So yeah, again, being woke, everyone does have that right to be woke and understand and use it for the goodness of your community, yourself, those around you. However, use it to weaponize, to destroy, cancel others, it's certainly unacceptable, and quite frankly irreprehensible. So yeah, I totally agree. Don't forget to hit the follow button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Stay woke doesn't mean being a liberal, progressive Democrat who does not agree with anything with value, who disagrees with everything that is traditional, who disagrees with everything that science proved to be as is, not otherwise. Again, we have seen the progressive, the Democrat have used that woke movement and weaponize it to cancel, shut down, destroy those who have opposite ideology, those who live in a traditional life, and who believes in science, and who does not believe in that laissez-aller, that believes in everything flies. And I think it's extremely important to really be conscious, because woke is important. That can be used in good ways to serve, and being aware of your environment, the world in which you live in, your community, everything else from science to it's everything. However, use that to destroy a group of people, communities, or others because you disagree with their ideology, their opinions, is extremely wrong, and that is dangerous for sure. So yeah, stay woke.